Good morning, eyes open, I can see the light shining through. Good morning, blinds open, I'm coming home to you. Good morning, eyes open, I can see the light shining through. Good morning, blinds open, I'm coming home to you.
Welcome back, traders, to round two. Let's see if this time we can complete our analysis on the price action for Bitcoin. Thank you to our friend Declan, a personal friend, who let me know about this issue on the microphone. I hope there is no issues now. I'm looking here on my monitor on the left-hand side, as well as my other monitor on the right-hand side, to avoid any further issues. However, I'm not sure how much you guys were able to hear on the previous attempt to present the analysis on Bitcoin. However, I'm going to go briefly on the price action. Welcome aboard to everyone who is new in this channel, and to all of you who already know me, welcome aboard once again to another session of charting across the board. As those of you who know our technical proposition on the macro, we're looking for a decline on Bitcoin since July of last year, after Bitcoin presented some warning signs of weakness in the upper 120s, with a projection into the 50s or 64 first, as well as 57,000 region. We tested 59, however, we're now still within the range of the 0.786 on the macro, okay? This technical proposition, once again, was from July. We completed those levels. We're now ranging in between. The same technical proposition remains here, a trading range. Now, the argument here that we presented was that after and if we complete these levels at 64 or 57, we'll then look into a Wyckoff accumulation in order to present some potential reactive move from the previous range in the 90s and 80s. We clearly printed a trading range that was a prolonged, boring trading range until piercing through of the previous support at 80,000, testing the spring action. Could this be a case? As of now, it is. But you guys know that there is constant variable presented in the chart, therefore we adjust to new information. The spring action presented a reactive move into the 60,000, and since then another trading range. Now, the argument here is that if Bitcoin will go into the previous support and retest the 80,000 or 75,000 region, giving the previous technical proposition, the M formation, the current pattern that we also presented on the previous stream. Previously, in order to avoid any unbiased approach, we mentioned that as long as Bitcoin remain above 65,000 region, we then have a technical proposition for an M formation leading to a W. However, if we pierce through, the other technical argument was that 62,000 region was the next key important level for an M formation. The M formation indeed completed yesterday, regarded as support at 62.4, and now we are observing the upward traction, reactive move of this bullish Gartley pattern. Now, the argument here continues to be the same. I have not changed the argument for a W, okay? The W will be from this M formation, leading now potentially, once again, into a W formation. This remains the same technical proposition as long as Bitcoin remains above 65 as is being recaptured as of now. 75,000 region remains at the next key technical level for BTC in order for buyers to keep pushing the prices higher, okay? That'll be 74,000 region as the previous resistance levels. If we look left, market leaf close once again into the previous trading range for this schematic to take place. As you guys know, we're moving levels by levels. We were moving levels by levels since the entire technical proposition in the space. Because remember, the space was extremely bullish at these highs. However, our approach was more of a cautionary approach to find potentially a better entry, as we all believe in this space, okay? However, with an unbiased approach, you guys know that many market participants tend to be in the markets only when prices are higher. Conversely, when prices are lower, we have lower projections. But as we do know, these are potentially the best areas for lower risk opportunities. However, none of these represent any financial advice, as you guys already know, okay? So now that we have a completed pattern, you guys know that the next upward move will likely correspond as long as, okay, Bitcoin remains a support into the 60,000. If that's the case, we then have the Fibonacci ratios into the highs, 126, to the lows, with the first technical level ranging at the point 38.2, looking left, also previous structure support, now potentially becoming resistance, type 1 reaction of this major pattern, then another retest into the lows, or we also have the point 88.6 as the next important level. As of now, buyers are defending the point 786 at 64,000 and 65,000 key technical level to recapture as support. That is being unfolding as of now. Once again, what we're observing now is nothing less than a reaction, major reaction. The reason why Gartley patterns are probably one of my favorite patterns from a Gartley perspective, from a harmonic perspective, giving the major reactive move, okay? Major reactive move, but the macro was already giving us a lower risk areas, okay? From the 60s, which I'm still long at 60,000, okay? Until further drawdown, okay? Or new data sets dictate otherwise. Everyone, once again, the major point I'm monitoring now will be pretty much now the W formation, okay? An M, this one, leading to a W into the 75. Let's be precise. Once again, will be pretty much the point 786, 74,000 and 75. That remains as my technical proposition since early this month, okay? I'll see you guys on the next one. No major changes. However, major reactive move on the 4-hour pattern. However, will the next one be a larger move? We will see as we move into the next intersection between price and time expected for March, as well as April the 6th. I'll see you guys on the next one. And remember to live a life with an attitude of gratitude. Cheers.
Good morning, eyes open, I can see the light shining through. Good morning, blinds open, I'm coming home to you. Good morning, eyes open, I can see the light shining through. Good morning, blinds open, I'm coming home to you.